Hello, this is Scott, and I am doing a follow-up video as a Q&A on my previous video, which was on beekeeping. I received a few questions from a certain person, and I'm doing this video to answer them. First question is, why do I have to do an inspection? Well, I don't necessarily have to, but I'm doing it as a first-year beekeeper, just so I can, it's a learning experience mainly, and making sure that everything is nice and healthy and all knowing what to look for, knowing the good and the bad, things like that. What am I looking for and why? This is a very good question. I'm looking for brood patterns, brood patterns being the pattern that the queen lays her eggs in. Like a spotty brood pattern is like an egg here, an egg in this cell, an egg in this cell, and an egg in this cell. Whereas a nice steady brood pattern is eggs and cells consistently with only a few skipped cells. Also, that's a good way to check the health of your queen without seeing her or anything. And things like capped honey swarm cells, which are little peanut-shaped cells on the bottom of the frame, or supersedure cells in the top third of the frame. Those are a sign. I might do a video on that later, but those are a sign that your bees are thinking about swarming and splitting their hive, or they need a new queen because something happened to her. Other things I'm looking for is the amount of capped honey they have and the pollen, which ties in. So that's pretty much that, and adding on to the queen, like I was talking about. Oh, did I ever find the queen in my last video? If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to put a link on the screen, and it'll be up here the entire time of the video. So please check that out, if you have not seen it yet. Did I ever find the queen? Okay, so that is a very good question, I did not find the queen, yeah. Which ties into my next question: why is it hard to find her? Well, she is hard to find because she is the egg-laying body of the hive. She lays all the eggs. Without the queen, the hive physically cannot survive. They will die of malpopulation, and the workers die off of old age. So the bees are very protective of her, and she's very protective of herself. She knows her own role. So when you smoke it and move the frames, she runs and hides as soon as you take out the frame that she's on. So she can be running back and forth and back and forth. So you'll never see her. But as long as you see eggs and larvae, you're good. I saw eggs in a previous time. I saw some queen cups, no larvae in them, but those were gone. They removed them. And let me see here. What's next? Okay, I covered that. Okay, so the different layers of a hive before I get to the frame. So for my hive, I'm going to put a picture of it on the screen now and then just narrate over this. Okay, so on my hive, on the top I have a outer cover, which just shields the hive from rain and all. I have a feeder box with a jar of sugar syrup in there so they can eat, and they don't use it to make honey out of. They just drink it down to feed the workers. Workers raise larvae and brood. Then below that I add an inner cover, which is just, I'm not really sure of the purpose. I don't know. You'd have to ask a professional beekeeper about that. And then I have my deep hive body with frames and all the bees in it. And then on the bottom I have my bottom board, which is where all the bees, larvae, and all is. Next question. Why are there different frames? Well, there are brood frames and there are honey frames. Usually honey frames do not have any brood on them, and usually brood frames have little or no honey on them. So that's the main difference, but they're almost completely interchangeable, just depending on the season. Because like in the fall, late fall, early winter, they're going to fill their brood frames with honey, so that then they can get a good source for the winter. Whereas, say, in the summer, however, the brood frames, usually the entire bottom box, will just be completely just brood. Alright, do all the bees come back inside before I lock up the box again? No, there were still, after I stopped recording the video, there were still some bees lying around outside the hive, but they would probably be able to fly back to the entrance to the hive and find their way back in. Yes, the bee, and that sort of answered the question. The bees can come and go at will. It's not just like that. I don't have to lock them up or anything for the night or anything. Not like chickens. They're almost no maintenance. Okay. When will I harvest the honey? You usually harvest the honey in late summer to early fall, and that is because in the late summer you have all the nectar flows coming to an end early fall, and then but if you wait for too long to harvest the honey, after the nectar flows have stopped, they're going to start taking the nectar from the honey supers. Though you only harvest honey from the honey supers, may I add? Only the honey supers, which there are usually 2 on top. I'll put a diagram up. Yeah, I'll put a diagram up. Or, no, wait, no. Yeah, I'll put a diagram up or a link to a video here to where you can see a video of me explaining honey supers. But with those honey supers, they'll take the honey down. So usually you do it late August, early September. And what's the okay? Why do they have pollen on the frames? The pollen they use to rear brood and nothing else. It's just to feed the little larva things that are called brood. Alright, so how many baby bees are I'm going to say how many eggs the queen lays a day. She lays an average of 1,000 eggs a day, but under certain particular circumstances, she can lay upwards of 2,000 eggs. They take 3 days in the eggs, 7 days in the larva stage. So, yeah. And then their cells are capped. So then their cells are capped, with puffy cappings, and then once those cells are capped, they pupate like any other insect, turn into an adult bee, and they come out. I could go into the bee life cycle, but yeah, it's a long process. For the first few weeks, they are nurse bees, and they go on to foraging bees. So pretty much that's it. Nurse bees, which pretty much do hive maintenance. Inside the hive, they don't leave the hive or anything. Then in the last 3 weeks of their life, they go out, forage for nectar and pollen. Okay, and those are all the questions that I've had for today. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.